Hello everybody, what's happening? Hey, thanks for your nice feedback about Patrick Cantlay with the cover shoot for Golf Digest. Super proud of that. They did a nice job on the article. He looked great in that. You should learn a lot from the swing. And we're going to go into masked session number 11 with our pal John Merrick. And I think a lot of you know John Merrick's background. Grew up in Long Beach. I got to teach him starting when he was a young guy, maybe junior high, maybe even younger than that. I coached his brother as well, who was a good player. I want to say that in my charmed and lucky life, I've got to coach some great players, and this might be one of the most natural players that I've ever got to see from the get-go, and one of the easiest persons to refine into the way that his swing is. You see swings that have great pace, and you see swings that have great technique, and he always did a great job of blending pace and grace and beautiful lines in his swing, and he made the sport look really, really, really easy. John is the only Los Angeles County resident to ever win at Riviera and win the Los Angeles Open, which was a huge thrill. I'll never forget that day of him winning and running up those stairs at Riviera up onto the putting green and being so excited. Anyways, he's had a lovely career and a great guy, good family man. And Brett, I know you've got to spend a lot of time with Johnny.
Yeah, he's a great guy too. He might have the best swing of anybody I've ever seen. Even from our junior golf days playing together, he was the guy on the range where you saw him hit a ball and you looked over and you're like, who's that? And if you were talking to somebody about John Merrick and they didn't know him, they would be like, oh, that's the guy with the beautiful golf swing, right? And you're like, yep, that's him. It's just a beautiful swing with awesome pace, never out of rhythm, just awesome.
Yeah, and to that point, when I first started working with him, I lived over by Recreation Park, and so did John. We lived on kind of either side of the club, and we were working on wedge swings in this progression drill that we still work on. Brett's done a bunch of these, so are other players, where you make a half swing, a three-quarter swing, and a full swing without changing your pace and rhythm, and the ball just goes farther because of the progression of the swing. And we taught him that in an early rate. Anyways, I was driving over to Rec Park late one afternoon after work, and I saw John on the second hole, and he had three balls that were like spread 20 yards apart. And sure enough, there he was doing the progression drill with the half swing, the three-quarter swing, and the full swing with exactly the same tempo, exactly the same pace. And he really had that look, and I love this phrase that you can always use, stand tall and let it fall, and he looked beautifully doing that.
Yeah, I remember playing golf with him, and I couldn't believe, this back when we were in junior golf, I couldn't believe how far he hit it with such an elegant swing. I remember playing with him in Long Beach City, getting done, and next time I saw Jamie asking you, how's he hit it so far with such a smooth swing? And he's maybe the best ball strike I've ever seen. If not the best, definitely one of the top guys. He used to drive the ball great. You know, I don't think people give him enough credit for how long he was back in his day.
Yeah, he led the total driving with the tour, which is the combination between accuracy and distance, and also had so much hit on his ball. Another thing, when I think back to John, like when he was the junior player, he always looked the best in junior golf, and when he played high school golf, it looked the same, and when he played college golf, the same, and then when he went to the web.com tour, it was the same thing, and even when he went out on the tour and he went out there, he went on web.com, he went on tour, he won at every level, and he never really changed kind of his footprint for the longest time. And in our working, we were only working on about 3 or 4 things in his swing, and he had them all wired, and he kind of basically knew my language before I was going to say it, and I knew what he was feeling before actually he was going to do it, and we had a lot of fun working on his game. Last thing I want to say with him is, I can think about him pulling him in here to the parking lot to train or to work on his game, and just the way he got his clubs out of the car, the way he walked up to the putting green to start practicing, the way he carried himself. He carried himself like a golfer all day long, never any rush, never any force, super casual.
Yeah, he definitely did that. He was one of my favorite guys to practice with back in the day. I always felt I was getting better myself just hanging around him, and anytime he was hitting balls, I'd go over and say a few words and just watch him for a few minutes. He was very knowledgeable about the golf swing as well, and a hard worker, and just it was fun to watch him hit the ball, whether it was on the golf course or just him practicing here on our range at Virginia Country Club.
lastly, here's a picture of him in his swing, and you know, everybody wants to have that great follow-through look, and this looks exactly what it's supposed to look like. We're also going to send you some footage of him in a practice on tour, and his combination for his swing also looked really greasy and really oily and really slow, and gathered his pace and then just let the club go around and finish where it was supposed to. And that's something that we want to all aspire to. Thanks again for your really nice comments about what's going on in these sessions. We're going to keep churning them out. We're going to keep going through our players. Hopefully they're helping you to become better players, and we're looking forward to playing golf at Virginia Country Club again very soon, we hope. Thanks, Brett.
Thank you, thanks guys.